My dear brothers and sisters, as I speak to you right now, what kind of a storm do you find yourself in? Perhaps the storm of the loss of a loved one, or maybe the loss of a job, or maybe the breakup of a relationship, or a failure in an examination, and the list could go on. Perhaps we are emotionally disturbed at the moment. And normally when a storm hits us, the first thing that happens is that we are gripped by fear, because we don't know what's going to happen next. And therefore there is this inner turmoil that seems to disturb our peace. And this is exactly the experience of the disciples in the boat. All of this, an inner turmoil that disturbed their peace, the fear that gripped them in the midst of that storm at sea, not knowing what's going to happen next. And then comes Jesus walking on the waters. And this is exactly what he does in our lives. In the midst of storms that we are confronted with, Jesus walks towards us, wanting to calm us down, wanting once again to restore that peace that has been disturbed, walking towards us once again, telling us, take heart, it is I, do not be afraid. By no means, my dear brothers and sisters, is Jesus going to take that storm away from our lives. But what he does is gives us the reassurance that I am with you in the midst of all this. I want you to feel my presence, and I want you to know that I have not abandoned you, but I am there with you. I share the same pain that you go through. This is the kind of God we believe in, my dear brothers and sisters. One who doesn't turn his back on us or walks away from us when we are confronted with a storm, but one who continues to live by that promise that he made just before returning back to his Father, when he said, I will be with you always until the end of time. These were not just words that Jesus spoke. It's a promise he made. It's one that he lives up to. Where do we get our courage from, my dear brothers and sisters, when we are in the midst of the storm? Nowhere else but from a God who loves us immensely. I pray that each one of us truly experience the presence of Jesus in our lives at all times, especially in the midst of a storm.
God bless, and do have a Jesus-filled day.